Trevor Garrett gets us underway for the second half. A 21-point lead to the Sydney Swans. Mitchell comes to Carroll. He clears the centre square and approaches the 50, but he's kicked way off target. Kappa right out in the pocket. Big circle. The hand pass is knocked down by Free. Free after it again. A soccer kick. Lucky that wasn't marked by Mackenzie. Free after it again. Now he's got Knights across the other side of the ground. Matthew Knights, well gathered. Good kick on the left foot to half forward. Powell there. Can't take the mark. Richmond have the numbers. Grabbed by Naish. Bounces. Inside 50, Chris Naish. It's coming back, but not enough. Behind.
Well, that's when you wanted a real good off break then. 5-11 to 9-7. The first few minutes after three-quarter time vital, particularly for Richmond. A couple of quick goals to them would be very handy. Here's Brad Tunbridge's. Oh, he handballed to Williams, who was covered. But Greg Williams had really no hope. Tunbridge has done that a few times.
Well, it's a mistake on both parts there, Pete, because the hand pass shouldn't have come from Tunbridge, and Williams certainly shouldn't have called for it.
Lambert to the half-forward line was taken away by Stephen Wright. Greg Williams having a sensational game. Lewis. This is Higgins, who kicked a great goal early in the game, running down to the forward line. Oh, he's lost it this time, though. That was Alistair Scott getting it to Waitman. Dale Waitman, a clever hand pass to Knights. Knights sets it up for half-forward. It's all Richmond. They could have raffled this one. And the mark has been taken by Scott Turner.
Well, I think the runner would be coming out to Leon Higgins. He certainly got himself into trouble across that half-back line, running himself into trouble. And the rebound football again. And plenty of Tigers there to accept that pass.
And Turner's kick one. He has played mostly at fullback. He's a great kick normally, Scott Turner. Now from 35, oh, he's missed it. The slight breeze going across the ground, and he didn't allow enough, and drifts it off to the right. So we've seen some poor kicks at that end, so maybe that wind.
They're just not allowing, are they, Pete? That's a few of those kicks. They certainly have to aim at the left goalpost when kicking towards that end of the ground.
Well, they needed that. They've kicked poorly, Richmond. 5-12. Plays 9-7, the kick to the half-back line. Neil Cordy gets a shocking bounce. Alistair Scott was there. Backup support. This is Powell. Caught. Gets in a hand pass. Naish. Beautifully done. Waiting for it there as Mitchell. Off he goes. Straightens up. Kicks it. Goal. And it's close. I think it might be a goal. Yes. Michael Mitchell's kicked his first. A handy one to the Tigers. 9-7 Sydney. Richmond 6-12.
There's Michael Mitchell, who started off on the bench. Richmond need his pace in this side. A very creative player here. He just races away from Tunbridge. Not a problem. Tunbridge may have been stronger with that tackle and held him up. And Michael Mitchell making the most of the opportunity and popping through that goal.
Well, Richmond have kicked 1-2 to nothing, and they've had all the play at the start of this third quarter. Margin back to 13 points. Gale in ruck. Tunbridge slightly, and then the hand pass Tunbridge to Mitchell. Lambert just gets boot to ball. Smith to Mitchell. Didn't see the tackler coming, but gave a great little hand pass to Smith. Back into Waitman, 40 metres out. And now Naish, 25 metres. Naish's shot is a goal.
Trail now by only 7 points. Centre bounce vital. Oh, Tunbridge, a 20-metre punch. Oh, Richmond looks sharp now. Mitchell kicked away. Oh, he comes back to Mitchell from Mackenzie. Dale Waitman to the half-forward line. The Tigers playing with confidence. Over the back. Oh, good play by Cordy. He's found Lewis. Lewis inside the Tui, and the Swans go forward. Tui a bounce. Dummies the hand pass. Sprints to the centre of the ground. Kappa in front. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Here's Markov. Markov to the half-back line. Bannock, he's a cool customer. Onto the left foot. He chips it short. Waitman. And the Tigers have really livened themselves up. And Bartlett, Kevin Bartlett's tactics of not speaking to them till almost coming out in the ground might be, well, there might be a really good weapon, that one, as the hand pass comes back to Bannock from Knights, holding the ball.
Too high, Pete, too high.
A bit too high. Yes. Well, I think you're right. Let's have a look. Yes, far too high on Bannock. Bannock to the half-forward line. No mark. Here's Tunbridge. Can he get to Steve Wright? Now on to Bays.
There's the hand pass to Doolan. Slight fumble at centre wing. Swans haven't been forward of this position much this quarter, and Doolan's kick is a shocker, out of bounds on the full. And the free kick into play to be taken by Tony Free. It's been all the Tigers at the start of this third quarter. And the margin just 7 points, Swans in front. Kicked by Free. What a climb by Goodwin! Well, Andy Goodwin is a cult figure, and there's the president, Neville Crowe, happy with that one. He's a cult figure at Richmond. I don't know about too many up in Sydney knowing much about him. Well, that was a great mark by Goodwin, and another further afield.
They're doing well now, Drew. They've certainly lifted since half-time.
Brendan Gale. The kick up towards the goal square. Defensive mark by Cordy. Well played.
He was just about off Neil Cordy. All of a sudden the tempo has really changed in this game. Richmond was struggling. Now all of a sudden they even look quicker. Good mark to Tunbridge. Geez, battled hard. Now he kicked short. He's got Barry Mitchell. He's found him. Now Mitchell over the top. Here's Murphy. Murphy races to half forward. One-on-one contest. Kappa versus Hogg. Hogg. Oh, almost a mark. Hogg punches it back towards the line, and good defensive play by Jeff Hogg.
Kappa stopped leading, Pete. He just refuses to lead at the moment. He's just sort of drifting out, putting his hand up without that positive lead.
Well, he's had the player coming down the ground. He's got no excuse when you've got a player coming down the ground. It's easy for a full forward to make the play. There's socket off the ground. Tunbridge taps it. Taken by Craig Smith, who had a quiet first half. Here's little Waitman. Waitman to full forward. Out they come, Scott. Oh, the fumble was on by Brendan Gale. It allowed Higgins to take it away for the Swans, and he kicks it to centre wing. And waiting underneath the ball is Doolan.
Richmond have really lifted their rating at the start of the second half. Kick by Doolan. Cloak gets back there to compound the matter for Kappa, who hit the ground pretty hard. David Cloak tried to paddle off the shins of Williams. Kappa's hand pass intercepted by Mrakov. Back to Love. Waitman's been a star. Here's Goodwin again. Breaks the tackle just. Gets the hand pass to Smith. Carroll gets him. Smith gets the kick away. It goes to Bauer. Here come the Tigers again. Lambert. A 20-metre hand pass to the centre of the ground. Grabbed here by Ryan. Bouncing ball short of full forward. Bay's back there. Dragged to the ground and a great tackle. The crumbs come to Powell. Short pass, and Nash has it right in front. That was a tackle by Alistair Scott, a beauty, which Polax bays.
Yeah, it certainly was, Drew. Here we see it again. A tackle there by Alistair Scott, as Drew called. A fantastic tackle. The hard things that are 1%ers, as they are called. The hard things that really make all the difference.
And Nash kicks the goal.
Swans only lead by 1 point. Great fight back this by Richmond at the start of the third quarter. They've come out breathing fire. The ball tapped down to McKenzie. McKenzie, a wild hand pass to the half-forward line. Well done by Mrakov to Lambert to Knights. Matthew Knights getting onto the left foot, brings it in towards half-forward. It's all Richmond. Tapped the ground. Here's Big Tunbridge. Well done. Now he's got back up to Mitchell. Brilliantly done. That was well done to Stephen Wright. Now on to Carroll. Carroll looking for Kappa. Kappa right out at half forward. What will he do? He gets in a hand pass. It's a wild one. It might come up. Well played, Ben Doolan. And the umpires paid a free kick to Doolan for too high. And Doolan will kick from 30 metres.
Well, I think Bauer's saying he ducked his head. We see this again.
Yes, free kick.
Yeah, definitely. A poor tackle there applied in the end.
Umpiring's been excellent today. Trevor Garrett and Peter Cameron have hardly made a mistake, and it's a good game of football. Ben Doolan from directly in front stabs at it and hooks it badly and out of bounds on the full. A shocker. Although it is pretty fluky, that breeze, and we've seen some ordinary kicking in this game, so maybe players finding it pretty difficult.
61-60. The Swans in front. Cloak takes the free kick. Here's Goodwin, blood streaming from his cut eye. Into Smith. Smith dishes out the hand pass. Turner on the run. Richmond revitalised. Turner's kick to Powell, and it hits him on the chest 45 metres from goal. Difficult to score from there.
And holding the ball for a long time, Drew. He must fancy his chances.
Well, I wouldn't. He's had 3 shots at goal and the ball missed. This one back into the breeze from there, holds up a bit. And goes through for a behind, which levels the scores. And so Richmond, who were 21 down at half-time, have scored 21 to nothing and scores level.
Yes, and they've had plenty of scoring shots at 8-13 to 9-7. So that's 21 to 16, in fact, scoring shots. And the side that's normally had the most scoring shots normally goes on and wins the game. Oh, was that a mark? No. Here's Williams.
Why wasn't that a mark?
Well, it looked like it, but here's Markov pressing his way through centre. Kicks long. One-on-one contest. Good mark. And that was Gale in front of Tui. Too much height, and he is a very good overhead mark, Brendan Gale.
There's a 9-centimetre advantage there to Brendan Gale over Tui. The height advantage. He puts himself in front.
He's kicking for his third, Bernie.
That's right. He's been pretty handy up there on the forward line, Brendan Gale. Of course, the brother of injured Fitzroy player Michael Gale.
And from Penguin in Tasmania, the northwest of Tasmania. Now, Brendan Gale for his third. Put them a goal in front of him. He kicks it. Oh, he's kicked to the right. Is it a goal? Yes.
Rush has them in front. Here's Lambert. Gets the hand pass out. Barry Mitchell for the Swans. Across to Lewis. Kick by Lewis is well wide. Hog in front. And the ball goes out of play. Actually, these second half fade-outs by the Swans, not totally unknown to them. I saw a game against North Melbourne earlier in the season where the Swans kicked 19 to half-time and just 2 after half-time to, well, snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, really. Here's Cloak. Knights. Just to paddle it through the pack to Bauer, but the ball goes out.
I really feel the Swans have to have another option up in that forward line. Well, kicks third quarter. Look at that.
That's amazing. 30 kicks to 13.
They've dominated this quarter. They really need a couple. Oh, that was nearly a throw. Now, what can the captain do? Dennis Carroll. Cleverly done, Carroll. Onto the left foot, Carroll. Ooh, Hogg saves it, although it might have been going the wrong side of the post anyway. 62 to 67, so 5 points Richmond lead by Jeff Hogg.
That's the first score for the Swans. It's taken 14 minutes.
Well, the ball's at half-back. It's a mark. Tim Powell covering a bit of territory. Gets it to Markov. Markov wide. Was that out in the full? No. So it'll be a throw-in almost on centre wing. There's Brendan Bauer on screen. Let's see if the Swans got the character to come back. Richmond have got the run on. Turner thumps it to ground. Players in after it. Murphy's had a quiet day. Oh, brilliantly done. Williams at the Stephen Wright. He'll get onto the right foot here. Steve Wright goes short. Oh, bad pass. And he's kicked it straight to Lambert.
Yes, well done, Lambert. He was playing very tight on Williams.
Andy Goodwin really giving the Tigers plenty. His kick up, well, Waitman had no chance then. Comes to ground at Carroll, the opposing skipper. High ball to centre half forward. Tunbridge, good mark.
They can move it on quickly. No. Jimmy West was a chance there, Pete, if he had moved it quick.
Kappa in the goal square.
Too slow getting rid of it.
All the leads covered now. Kicked by Tunbridge from outside 50. Won't make the distance. All Richmond. Defensive mark to Goodwin. Andy Goodwin is starring. Powell at half-back. Knocked to the ground. It comes off to Bauer. Things going Richmond's way. Lambert. Williams not so dominant in this quarter. Lambert's kick to half forward. Comes to Mitchell. Michael Mitchell dodging, weaving. Goes backwards. Smith pulled to the ground. No distance with that kick. It holds up and the mark taken by McKenzie.
While all that was happening, Doolan's been replaced by Kerr for his first run in the match.
Haythorne to Kelly. Good play by Paul Kelly. On to Kerr. Robert Kerr to full forward. Hogg. Capper at the back. Thump the ground. Oh, the fumble was by West. If he had grabbed it, he had loose men everywhere. That was Nash. Markov. David Cloak will go over the top here to Knights. Knights on centre wing. They've created the loose man. Matthew Knights steadies. Kicks it to the half forward. Oh, great mark at half forward. And that has been taken by Gale.
Beauty.
It was a great mark in between the two Sydney Swans players. Here it is again.
Well, maybe Neil Cordy should have punched.
Yes, definitely. McKenzie and Cordy, but that was a terrific grab by Gale.
Gee, it makes a difference to Richmond when this player's taking marks. He's kicked 3 goals. Brendan Gale will kick from about 49 metres. Beautiful kicking style. Let's swing back. Oh, poster. Bad luck. It was a nice kick.
Well, he started off at the right side this time, didn't he? He's learnt from a couple of earlier shots that he missed. Well, that one just didn't come back enough.
Well, in the reserve, we saw a number of shots from that angle. And incidentally, the Swans reserves won 17-18 to Richmond 14-14.
Tui kicks in. Cordy in front. Michael Mitchell almost rips the ball away from Lewis, but Lewis recovers. Climb by Markov. Goodwin there again. Markov, oh, body over the ball, great stuff. Higgins caught in a good tackle by Bauer. Back to Bauer. Ooh, gee, Higgins went in there with a swinging arm.
Some pretty hard body work there. Goodwin, of course, had a couple of stitches over that eye. He copped a knee when he dived on the ball in that first half. And he's been inspirational in this third term.
Well, he's always been known for his endeavour, but really short on a bit of skill. But he's shown plenty of skill in this third quarter. He's going great guns. Here's Michael Mitchell for the Tigers. The hand pass went behind Smith to Carroll. Carroll's kicked the full forward. Capper one out. It clears him. Vanek gets back there for the Tigers. Vanek off the left. Good pass. Knights marks at half-back flank.
Well, they've got to do something about their forward line, the Swans. That's Knights or Waitman playing with a free kick. Was he held? And the umpire said he was against Jim West.
Big third quarter by the skipper.
Oh, he's played a tremendous quarter. Let's have a look. Oh,
not much in it.
Touch and go, not much in that. Waitman to the half-forward line. Is that a free kick? No, Tui thought it was. Here's Brendan Gale over the top. Little Naish. Taken away by Cordy. Oh, well done. It was by Des Ryan. He's still going in after Des Ryan. Taken away, though. Leon Higgins kicks the centre of the ground. The Swans trying to get themselves to lift. Right to Barry Mitchell. To Tui. Tui comes through the centre of the ground. Oh, he staged for a free kick down the ground. Then West had 3 players to beat. Mrakov, Bauer. Here comes Brendan Bauer. Swings onto the right foot, goes short. Dale Lewis marks. It was a bad kick by Bauer. Lewis, Kerr, caught, gets in a hand pass. He's got backup support. Stephen Wright, is that a free kick for too high? It is. And Stephen Wright will take it at half forward.
But by gee, the Swans aren't getting anything easily. Whether Richmond are giving away frees, the Swans are really made to earn kicks. And a few of these free kicks, well, they'd be hurting too. Stevie Wright from centre wing. Richmond lead by a goal after trailing by 21 points at half-time. Kick by Wright, too high for West. Taken by Barry Mitchell on the 50. His kick to full forward is got bad. Tunbridge off hands to Love, who misses.
Well, normally, Drew, you'd back him in 99 times out of 100 to kick that goal.
No doubt.
Because he's got great goal sense, Jason Love, but not that time. Maybe too easy for him, Pete.
Well, he's always had great goal sense. He was a great player with Port Melbourne in the VFA before he came. Well, he went to North Melbourne originally and then up to the Swans, and that was a bad miss. Jeff Hogg to the half-back line. Punched down by Lewis. Carroll. Love. Mitchell caught by Lambert. Stephen Wright taps it back into play. Here's Carroll from the boundary line. Centres it. Great play. Carroll Capper. Oh, I thought he was going to spoil David Murphy then.
Yes, I was with you, Pete. It looked as if he was going to come in and spoil. The ideal thing would have been for him to just put his body in the way. As you can see here, Capper has a chance to provide some sort of shield for David Murphy.
He dragged his hands away at the split second. David Murphy from 20 metres stabs. And I think he's goal. Yes.
In front by a point after the goal by David Murphy. Top stuff at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Tunbridge beaten in the middle. Lambert gets the hand pass to Michael Mitchell. He runs away from them. Hooks it back to full forward. There's a mark. Taken by Scott. Alistair Scott, who was kicked 1-3. A youngster playing in just his 7th AFL game. He can put Richmond back in front.
He's a good player, this kid, Bernie.
He looks very promising, doesn't he, Pete? But I think the player that's made a lot of difference to Richmond is Michael Mitchell with his pace on the wing. He's certainly breaking up the play and providing a lot of drive.
And on the mark is about 30 metres from goal. Scott kicking from 40. Oh, it's very high. Breeze gets hold of it and takes it away to the right. There's no authority about that kick.
1-4.
He laid back, right back on that.
Scores level.
Well, we're seeing a terrific game. Even at half-time, we all felt that the game was up for grabs. Richmond had had plenty of the play. That's Dale Lewis to Kerr. Now, Kerr, can he keep it in? No, he can't. He's thrown into the fence by Turner.
Which was a bit unnecessary too, I felt. It was right on the boundary line. Only very short boundaries here. A couple of metres between the fence and the boundary line.
That was totally unnecessary. And ball on centre wing. That probably did a good play by Goodwin to get it on the Waitman, who's played a magnificent third quarter. The short chip. Going back with it was Scott. He's lost it because Cordy was very committed. Good play, Cordy. Tapped on the right. Good play, Williams also on to Mitchell. They've lifted. Bad kick, Barry Mitchell. He's kicked it straight to free.
Free goes across the ground to Michael Mitchell. Now he can kick the goal of the year from here. No, this time he doesn't go for 7 bounces. Gets rid of the pass, which was great play because Bauer had 20 or 30 metres. Back into the centre to Markov. Almost slow motion, the Tigers. Markov not too sure what to do. He goes back out wide to Smith. He's got 15 metres up his sleeve. Centering kick by Smith. Little Naish's there. Takes the mark.
Well, they're not good signs for Sydney at the moment because Richmond doing it with ease out of the back line. 3 or 4 players running with 20, 30 metres to spare. And this ball holding up. Naish in front.
It all started with that bad kick by Barry Mitchell, didn't it?
He was looking to pass to Warwick Capper on the lead, but he just didn't get it off the boot.
Chris Naish has kicked 3 goals, 2 in this quarter. Kicking this time from 40 metres. Pretty close to the man on the mark. Won't make the distance. A good mark, man in front.
And a bad blow to Sydney, Drew, because Barry Mitchell's coming off. I said he was hurt there in that passage of play earlier. And Jamie Lawson back on the ground.
I miss Mitchell's drive. There he is, the little champion rover.
And he'd had 24 possessions to half-time.
Yes, and then played a great game. Here's Cordy, great overhead mark. Look at that. Very strong overhead, Neil Cordy. On he goes to David Murphy. Murphy from centre of the ground, kicks it long to the halfway line. Jim West. Was it a mark? No. Difficult one, running back with the flight of the ball. Bauer kicks wide. They're creating the loose man. Richmond. This is Chris Naish, the boy from Wangaratta. Good little goal sneak too. He's kicked 3. To full forward. Again, Cordy playing in front. Good football. Lewis, Tui. Great game of football this to watch as we see Leon Higgins hooking it back to half. Well, that was clever play to Tunbridge. Now, Tunbridge have got to get this moving quickly. He does. He finds Tui. Good play by the fullback, and Bernard Tui kicks long. Kappa is 2 to beat, and Hogg punches it over the line. But
just watching Warwick Kappa, Peter.
We saw Barry Mitchell on the ground. What's the report, Cameron Williams?
Barry Mitchell is keen to get back on the ground. He has got a swollen right knee. He can run on it quite well, but he's having some trouble kicking with it.
Just talking about Kappa, Pete, just watching him, his first movement is always back into the goal square instead of making a lead up the ground. And he's got 2 players dropping back on him. He has no chance whatsoever to take a mark with Cloak and Hogg there.
Scores all tied up here, 69 apiece. And Greg Williams, the champ, has the ball on the 50.
I've been on a short pass here.
Yep, the lead from Love, and he takes the mark in front of 3. Well, Jason Love has kicked 2 goals, 1.
You just see him summing up the situation, couldn't you, Pete, in that shot of Greg Williams?
He's a great player, isn't he? He's a great thinker.
This to put the Swans back in front. They lost the lead in this 3rd quarter after leading by 21 points at half-time. 2.5 minutes to 3/4 time. Love's kick is offline. Lucky to score anything. Yes, the point puts them in front by that score.
There's the look of dejection on the faces of the Swan supporters. Point the margin. Swans with their noses in front as Hogg, a wobbly one to half back. Out it comes to Carroll, and the captain from 45 metres hooks it back. Kappa can't get back there, and it beats him over the line for a behind.
3 points to Dennis Carroll. He's been off target. His kicking's been pretty ordinary today.
2 points Sydney Swans lead by after a very good 3rd quarter this by the Tigers. An improving side, Richmond. They beat Essendon. They troubled Hawthorn. Now they're putting up a good fight here. Now there's Jason Love. David Murphy from 40 metres. Kicks it goal and slams it through.
A television experience you will never forget.
Must go back. You're a soldier's wife.
He was a fearless hero and a passionate lover.
Are the women beautiful to you?
You are the most beautiful woman in the world.
Torn between his love for the Indian people
I could be an Indian.
and his duty as a soldier.
Kill every last bloody red savage on these plains.
A television first for the 7 Network.
I remember him. I saw him die.
Son of the Morning Star begins Thursday.
And just over 1.5 minutes to go to three-quarter time, and a margin of 8 points now to the Sydney Swans. Top entertainment between teams 12th and 13th on the ladder. Free kick in ruck, signalled by umpire Cameron. And
Bit soft, Drew. Bit soft, that one.
Gale takes it for the Tigers. Scott, well, nobody got there to take that ball, so it set up all right for Athorn. Williams a lightning hand pass, but Murphy stumbled. Ryan just beats the tackle, gives the hand pass away to Greg Williams. Williams again, left or right foot, left or right hand, it doesn't matter with the champ. Hayes dragged the ground, he didn't have the ball and will take the free kick. Well, the Swans have steadied in the last 7 or 8 minutes. It was all Richmond for the opening 15 or so minutes of this quarter. Naish has had a good turn. Back to Free. The kick bouncing at centre wing. Carroll leads the race. Playing his 200th today, the Swan skipper. Great kick to Lawson at half forward. Chance to get a loose man here. Lawson centres. Nobody there for the Swans. Lambert, a good pick up on the half volley. Craig Lambert played in the centre on Williams today. To Naish. Must have had about 12 touches this quarter, Naish. Up to Smith, centre wing. 26 seconds remaining in the term. Good pass by Smith. The mark taken by Gale. Sweeps the hand pass to Waitman. The skipper for the goal. Good play, but he didn't cap it off. A disappointing finish.
Yes.
He just had to wait a little bit for that handball too, Pete, wasn't it? It wasn't out in front. He just had to prop and bend over to pick it up, which cost him some valuable time. Had the handball been spot on, I think he would have raced in and kicked that goal.
8 seconds left on the clock for Tui to kick in. Athorn has it in the back pocket. Close to the boundary line, this one. Cordy. And there's the siren for three-quarter time. An entertaining quarter of football. Nothing in this. Sydney lead by 7. 11-11 to 9-16.